Hi there, beautiful souls watching. Welcome and thank you. I'm Gabrielle, retired medium in Germany, and I like to share some of my otherworldly experiences and insights. So this one is about honing discernment. Wow, what a theme. It's going around within me since a few days and building up and building up. That's how I feel and sense that I have to make a video. And not have to, like being forced. I also want, because I like to share. And I think I'm not alone with a lot of these feelings and impressions. Many other people are dealing with the same kind of stuff. So, if you look at a video and watch the person talking, if there is a person, you can follow their words, and then you're only intellectually engaged. And when you're thinking, you're less able to feel. If you feel, you're less able to use your mental capacities, but you get more direct impressions from your inner resonance via your soul or higher self, however you like to call that. So it's like if you need a thermometer to tell you that it's cold outside, you're intellectually engaged. I go out to my balcony and feel for myself, how does it feel outside and what kind of clothes do I have to wear when I go outside? Because the numbers on the thermometer do not tell me that much. So, if you watch a video and somebody is bombarding you very fast in a high pitch note with a lot of words and they sound very good, like love and light and everything, well, there is something happening which you might not be aware of. That's why I talk more slow. This is more in tune with my inner self. Because this bombardment of words makes you engaged intellectually, and so you're only listening to the words and you try to get the meaning, and because it's very fast, there is not enough time so that the thing you are listening to can get into your long-term memory. And after watching a video or a talk like that, you feel kind of, yes, that's all very interesting, but in the end you've got nothing to grab with your hands to. That's why I, for myself, can't even listen to these fast talkers. I had a comment on my YouTube channel where a man, obviously, said, "Whoa, I had to turn up the speed." You can do that in the menu from YouTube, but then you might miss the time that is needed to process the things you listen to into your long-term memory. And I can tell you that after my first family constellation, which is already, I think, 20 or 30 years ago, when I came home from that under the impression, my voice suddenly was half an octave deeper. And to me it was like for the first time I was really living here inside myself, in my chest area where the heart is, one of the biggest resonance organs that can tell you the truth better than your intellect and your mind can. But that did not last very long. After a few weeks it wore off, but I noticed it and I still remember that. And I remember when I was younger I had a more high pitch of my voice. And if you listen to people, that talk very high, this high pitch, squeaky like little girls. This also can tell you something very simple. They are only using the upper part of the whole system, that's the intellect, and also of their voice box, which is resonating in your chest area. So to me, it's very interesting that my voice, the older I got deeper and deeper. And I have to mimic that high pitch. And there are even people, they've got something in their voice that hurts my ear, so I have to turn it off. I can't listen to that. Maybe that's my own private thing, but I also found out via the family constellations that people with this kind of hurting frequency in their voice or even in their laughter, very often these are people that laugh a lot and the laughter is very loud and it's kind of aching and hurting my ears. And when they had their constellation of their origin family, they were crying with the same intensity. So that can tell you that they are trying to cover the suffering, the hurt, the pain that is underneath that. So I learned a lot about tones and voices and pitch and things like that. And I'm okay now, and I'm happy that my voice is like it is, and that I speak slow, although some people can't stand it. Okay, then go and get yourself bombarded with just intellectual words and don't feel anything. I came across a commercial that really kind of annoyed me. I thought, wow, that's nearly incredible. It was a guy, like Uncle Willie from the neighborhood, bald, a bit fat, and he looked so normal. And he was talking in a voice that nearly showed no motion, no movement, no nothing. And he started like that. Are you a spiritual seeker also? What if I can show you that in just one day you can find inner peace with my brain software? So good night, dear one. That guy, to me, as I felt it, no motion in the voice, no ups and downs, no livelihood, nearly dead. He was talking like a sleeping pill. There was no energy. I did not feel anything. And this no motion in the voice is telling me, wow, he's not even in contact with his feelings, And that guy wants to sell a brain software to give you inner peace. And you want to get hacked. How's it said? You want to get hooked up to a device, to your computer, to tell you whether you have reached your state of inner peace? Thank you. Good night and good luck with that. I don't believe in that. If you need outside devices to tell you how you feel, wow. Sorry, maybe my opinion, but this is a no-go for me. We are innate with everything we need. But if we don't train the muscles, well, of course, then they are kind of stiff and we have to exercise them. So honing your discernment by not only listening to something and following it intellectually, the words and the meaning, what is said, but also feeling and ask yourself questions. If you ask questions to your inside, like, how does that make you feel or make me feel? You get an instant answer. The first impression coming up is already telling you what's going on. And then just a millisecond later, the brain, the intellect is coming in telling you, you can't know that. You're only assuming, you're suspecting, you don't know this guy. Maybe he's nice, maybe he's spiritual, blah, 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 blah. That's always the way how your ego mind is talking. And feeling is different. It's slower, it's deeper. And sometimes you just get one feeling or one word like, oh no. I got the feeling when I listened to that commercial and I had to turn it off very fast. Another guy who found out that he can earn some money with creating computer software. Like they are writing bio on a lot of things in the supermarket, and you have to take out your glasses to really read all the very, very small, tiny letters and find out it's got nothing to do with bio. They only found out if we put it in big letters onto any product, people are going to buy it because they're just kind of programmed with, oh, bio, that's biological, that's good. It's not always. You have to look a bit deeper. So ask yourself things like, how does it make me feel? What's coming up within me when I watch that video or listen to that person? And you should not only listen to me, listen to others as well to get kind of a situation where you can compare. And I once had in one of my training groups for psychic senses a guy that came from NLP, the neuro-linguistic programming. And that guy was talking also like a sleeping pill the whole time. There was no motion, no up and down in his voice. And then he even started taking out his notebook during the circle meeting and was writing down things I said or someone else said. Whoa, that drove me mad, you know. If you write something down in the middle of, let's say, a talk or a workshop, you are putting something in between you and what is happening. You're only 50% following the talk or the video or whatever, the workshop, and 50% of you are writing. So you only get 50%. You should be there 100%. And not just listen to something, you know, while doing something else. Then you're also 50% not there. And that guy, you know, he drove me mad. And when I had a look at him with my inner eye, I had a very weird perception. I saw that he was kind of encapsulated, like within a magnetic or a metallic kind of hull with a lot of tiny holes where white light was shining through, but it was blocked because it was just this perforated kind of metallic shell around him, and the white light of his soul wasn't really coming through fully because of this kind of shielding shell he was encapsulated in. And, well, NLP has the word program in it. That tells me everything. If you just put another new program over all the old programs inside of yourself, and just remember, TV program, we are programmed since eons with all kinds of stuff. And if you're able to recognize the patterns and feel and sense into it, it's always the same screen book. It's as if we are kept in chaos, in turmoil, in confusion, with chaotic and terrifying and horrifying news and videos and headlines. So, if you are in such stress by all the outside information, you need grounding. You need to touch the ground with your feet, and best not with rubber soles. The shoe industry puts rubber soles under nearly all our shoes, and they are used as well to isolate electricity so that you don't get hit if you touch something like a lamp or an open wire and things like that. So Mother Earth is always emanating her wonderful, nurturing, motherly energy. Go out in nature or take off your shoes. Sit with your socks maybe in your living room and just feel. Send the focus of your attention into your feet. How does it feel? This slight resistance of the floor you put your soles on, your feet. And be aware that under that, wherever you live, might be floor number 19. I live in ground floor, but it's okay. And still we have a cellar under that. That's how we build our houses. But under all that is Mother Earth. And her energy gets through all these stones or cement and whatever, but not through rubber. So you should be aware of that. Use every chance you can to ground yourself and try to kind of breathe through your feet and suck in the motherly earth energy that's nurturing and holding you and grounding you. That's what mothers do. So honing discernment is kind of a task, but you can make some experiments with that, just listen to a video and turn off the volume and just look and watch and ask yourself, how does it make me feel? Someone said in kind of a nice and funny way, are you doing a blinking contest? I wasn't even aware that I'm blinking so often with my eyes. So thank you for that comment. And I Googled it and, whatever they are saying, some things resonated with me. Maybe I have tired eyes, that might well be, and that makes you blink a lot. But my overall kind of state is I feel tired, I'm an old soul, like many of you are, and we are tired of the old energy of all this polarizing, fighting, and war, and catastrophe, and chaos. But sometimes you get a glimpse of new energy. You find that in Mother Nature when the sun comes out or a bird is chirping. So you gotta feel more and not use your brain so much. It's about the coherence between heart and brain. That is when and where wisdom grows. Because wisdom is uniting thinking, your mental energy, with your feeling energy, with the astral, the impressions. Most people live only in their head, and I encounter on the streets riding with my car, in a 2-lane, how's it called? A lane or a street with two, I'm missing a word again, with 2 lines where you can ride, And left and right there are parking spots full of cars. And I encounter people in the middle of the road, on a 2-lane road, And they expect that I stop and I go away very much to the right side, nearly touching the parking cars, because they think I am right. These are the heady people that don't even have a notion or a feeling how wide their car is. That's why they are fearfully driving in the middle of the road. They are afraid to scratch the parking cars. I know the width of my car. I know how far I can go without thinking because I have a feeling for that. I don't know how to explain that because when I was younger, I was so intellectual. I was only living in my head, only using mental energy. I didn't even know how to feel. And luckily, my mediumship trainment worked with that and trained me to go inside and feel. And closing the eyes is also helping. You don't even have to see the people. You can just listen to their voice. What that is kind of creating inside of you as a resonance or a reaction. So I would invite you just do some experiments to hone your discernment and listen to your feelings and ask questions to your inside. The answer is instantly there, but most often then after that it's covered by mental activity, by thoughts, by rationalizing or assuming, speculating, doubting, and all that kind of stuff. Feeling is always direct and unmistakable. If you go out and it's cold, you feel that and you know it. And if you want to find out things via your feeling, well, you can use the polarity, the duality we live in, and can ask yourself, how does the energy of that person feel to me? Is it cold or warm? Is it light or dark? Is it heavy or is it easy, light? You know, questions are really a door opener. Use questions. Ask yourself questions. Start to question. That's a good idea. So, what else? No, nothing for today. I hope I gave you at least a little bit an idea of how to use your feelings more and by that hone your discernment. Thank you for watching, dear souls. I'm feeling better now. That's why I'm back again. So thank you for your care. I sense that and I appreciate it. Thank you, beautiful souls, for watching. Blessings, love, and light onto your path. Bye.